One Bible figure vanished. No death, no grave. Scholars still hunt his trail across 3,000 years. Hebrew scrolls hint he was lifted alive beyond the sky. Some say he now writes history, beside angels called watchers. Others expect him back as a witness on the last day. One man erased from earth, yet present in every prophecy. He was a mystery, seventh from Adam. He is one of the most mysterious characters in all sacred texts. He appears suddenly in Genesis and disappears just as quickly. The Bible only says he walked with God. Then he was no more because God took him. That's it. No explanation, no farewell, no death. But other texts offer more of him. The Book of Enoch, found in ancient Ethiopian scriptures, expands his story in astonishing ways. It tells of Enoch being taken to the heavens, shown visions of creation, judgment, and the secrets of the universe. He becomes a scribe of God, recording what no man was ever meant to see. In these writings, Enoch encounters the Watchers, angels sent to observe humanity, but they fall, taking human wives and birthing giants. Their rebellion shatters the balance of heaven and earth, and Enoch is sent as a mediator, delivering divine warnings, standing between two realms. He's not just a prophet, he becomes something more, elevated, transformed. The texts say he was turned into Metatron, a heavenly being of immense power and light. One who stands beside the throne of God, one who still speaks for mankind. This transformation is not found in the canonical Bible, but it echoes across Jewish mysticism and Christian apocrypha. The idea that a man could become more than man, that a mortal could be taken without dying, and continue to act in the divine story. Enoch's name reappears in strange places. In the Epistle of Jude, quoted directly, "Behold, the Lord comes with thousands of his holy ones to execute judgment." That line comes straight from the Book of Enoch, showing its influence, even if not officially accepted. Why was his story hidden? Why was his book left out? Scholars argue it was too radical, too celestial, too close to the divine realm. Others suggest it simply didn't fit the narrative of control that later religious leaders wanted. But the mystery persists. Why does a figure so central to early writings vanish from modern Bibles? Why do Ethiopian traditions preserve his book when so many others ignore it? Perhaps because his story blurs the lines between heaven and earth, man and angel, flesh and flame. Enoch represents something terrifying and beautiful, that a human could walk so closely with the divine, that he could rise without dying, that he could become something more. His story whispers of potential, of destiny, of what we were, and what we might still be. Maybe that's why his story was buried. Not because it lacked truth, but because it held too much of it, a truth that humans weren't ready to carry. That divinity is not distant. It's within reach. Enoch's story still echoes across time. To scholars, he bridges sacred texts. To believers, he is a man who walked so closely with God that he was taken without death. And to seekers, he is a symbol of divine closeness, a reminder that the heavens were never truly distant. Across centuries and traditions, Enoch remains a thread woven through prophecy, mysticism, and theology. He appears in Jewish, Christian, and even Islamic texts. Each offers a glimpse, never a full picture, but together they portray a figure chosen not for power, but for purity. A man who listened, a man who was lifted, a man not forgotten. Enoch's importance in ancient texts is not tied to power or miracles. He is remembered for living a life considered exceptionally righteous. According to the Genesis account, he walked with God for 365 years. This phrase has been interpreted by scholars as a metaphor for moral alignment and deep spiritual discipline. His story reflects a model of ethical closeness to the divine. Enoch disappears from genealogies after his departure, yet his story echoes across Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. He became a symbol of the human bridge to the divine. Scholars still debate his role as prophet, scribe, or transformed being. His legacy endures not as myth, but as a figure that shaped the imagination of three major religions: